Greetings, everyone. Nazareen Ebrahim here from Socially Acceptable. We are a social tech enterprise, South African-based, committed to building a responsible digital citizenry through research, mentorship, and collaboration with really great partners like Innovate Durban. We're happy to have been longtime partners with the organization and many others like Innovate Durban here in South Africa and across the world. Our work primarily focuses on AI ethics, but today we want to have a conversation around surviving and thriving in the economy, which I know is what our talking points are around today. But overall, this theme of the conference talks to thinking global and acting local. And those two themes, I think, tie together quite nicely. Whether you're a service-based business like we are, I also run a for-profit business called NAS Consulting International. We are a premier African communications business and also leaders in webinar and conferencing management. But with the socially acceptable side, a passion area, we also know that as talkers, as thinkers in our industry, as thought leaders, we have a responsibility in order to ensure that people around them are aware of their rights when it comes to growing in an economy that's led by a few things. And those few things, whether it's local or global, one of them is data privacy, access to the internet, good devices, the knowledge in how to build your business, and the ability for collaboration. I think with today's discussion and being able to talk alongside what a lot of my other colleagues will be talking to you about with surviving and thriving in this economy, this particularly would be my message to you. As a business owner, as someone who is part of the business community, a prominent thought leader, is about collaboration. Why is that important? Well, this morning I attended a talk with James Khan. He's a renowned global entrepreneur, built Humana International with 147 companies, offices around the world. And one of his main messages was simply to confirm what I had already known, collaboration. Collaboration is key. Why? Well, we need to have competitors in the industry, particularly with what you're doing. But competitors are there because they're able to show you where there are gaps in the market and you could possibly fill them, or for you to have healthy competition. The other part of competitorship is also collaboration. Now, when you're a collaborator and surviving and thriving in this economy for COVID-19, one of the takeaway messages that I got from James that I had been thinking about myself was that if you are wanting to survive in this economy, collaboration is key because you can provide many services that your competitors are providing. But what really works is honing down into one particular skill set that makes solid difference because you have an expert understanding of it. Your team is well trained, you have good product knowledge, you're willing to invest the time to continually put in the hours needed to craft that and hone that skill, and to also build a network around the expertise required with that particular skill. Like if it's webinar or conference management, we're making sure as a business that we are working daily to investigate new platforms, understand the pros and the cons of them, ask questions online daily about what attendees face as challenges, what companies would like better with webinars. Now, this particular skill set, we can then go to a graphic design business, to many corporate departments or marketing departments, and pair with them in order to provide a tailored and quality solution. I think for many businesses in the survive and thrive economy, the mentality also is incredibly important. Mental attitude is mental aptitude. And mental attitude around surviving is you can become paralyzed by the fact that you may only have 2 or 3 months left in your business where you know you're good for payments, you're good for the business to run. Are you paralyzed by the fact that beyond that, you may not have the cash flow? Yes, that can quickly become a state or a sense. But you've got to sit down, remove yourself from this situation, and understand, truly understand deep within yourself. Am I made for this? Do I have the necessary strength and the capacity to keep to my commitments? And do I really believe in this dream? Why did I invest in this dream in the first place? And that's going to be critically important as you move through from surviving to thriving, because the surviving mindset is all about only working for the next day. What can I get today so that I can do today and then I can do tomorrow? Yes, this is a reality for many South Africans. We face many challenges that other parts of the world don't. Load shedding, very disparate internet connections. Sometimes there's no internet connection in some places. High data costs. A bundle of data for a gig will cost around 150 Rand, 250 Rand, depending on the network. That's not easily accessible for many entrepreneurs. Then you've got the voice bundles. Sometimes you got to make calls, and you can't always do WhatsApp calls because network connectivity is not so great in some parts of the country. These are challenges we face daily. We've got to have our laptops charged. I have maybe 20% of my battery. If the power goes out on any random day, what am I going to do? I rely on my mobile. Now, I am making that plan. Many South Africans are making that plan. You are making that plan. And this is what I have heard from another colleague based in the UK who said to me, South Africans make a plan. And that's what she admired the most about us, because we face those particular challenges, which may not be apparent in the rest of the world. Surviving and thriving in this economy is also about being open to change, being open to asking for help. And using the technologies that we have these days, the world has become so much more a fair playground than it has been before. Why? Because we have the opportunity to present ourselves across a range of platforms freely available. Now, having said that, while we are talking about surviving and thriving in this economy, I've given you maybe one or two insights into what that could potentially mean for your business. However, I must stress and I must add, talking to the mandate that our business or our organization works to, which is building a digital citizenry, responsible digital citizenry, as well as the work that we do here, which is around AI ethics. How would you understand that? Why should you understand that? Well, a lot of the work that's being done right now in this country, particularly with South Africa, is around positioning our region as a leader in the fourth industrial revolution. But that has many descriptions, many definitions. Many people throw around buzzwords, not truly understanding the core players like the AWSs, Microsoft, Googles, the large tech players globally who have platforms that determine the way we work and the way we shift and the way we are able to achieve revenue. Because of those movements, what we give them in return is something valuable like data. And I'm not talking about the data package that you're buying to put onto your phone in order to connect to the internet. I'm talking about the actual information that determines who we are as human beings. These things are important because ultimately they shape the way we consume services and products. And that means having a personalized view of what we want to do. Now, if you want to play in that economy, it's really important to understand our rights as citizens, our rights as users. And part of that is surviving and thriving in any economy is having good product knowledge and understanding your rights as a business owner, as a supplier, as a consumer. Being able to do that is not an easy task, of course. It's a day-to-day job, and you never get it right. I know I don't ever get it right normally. I'm always learning and I'm always improving. And one thing to always remember in this survive and thrive economy, if you're thinking global, amazing. You're taking away insight. You're taking away inspiration from what is being done across the world. The best of the examples, the ones that really make sense, the ones that want to infuse hope and enthusiasm and a delight in your client for when you deliver that service or product. The other part of that is then acting local. And acting local is about seeing myself in you. And seeing myself in you means maintaining the dignity of others. No matter what you do for other people, the belief of why you are delivering that service is key. We need to earn money, and we should, and we will. But outside of that, there is a person, and there are feelings, and there are thoughts, and there are emotions. And every time we are able to engage with someone, every time we're able to work with someone, these things are tested second by second. And when you're doing that, remember that whatever you do by impacting the world is also reflected in the way your behaviors are articulated online. Articulated behaviors online then determine the way the data looks, the trend of the data set. And a data set is what companies are using to train models in order to impact the world. That, I would say, is part of our job as socially acceptable. The ethics of the data that we are producing. Ethics is important, and it means different things to different people. So I would say, as a parting message to you, I'm a tech communicator. We run a communications business. We're committed to building a digital citizenry under socially acceptable. We are a premier African corporate communications business at NAS Consulting International. But what is my ultimate goal? My ultimate goal in surviving, in thriving, in thinking global, in acting local, in having an impact in this world is to maintain the dignity of others. And that would be my message to you. So good luck, all the very best. Be steadfast in your values, be steadfast in your prayer. Understand who it is you are and what you want to do and what you want to achieve. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And always wake up knowing that no matter what, you have done your best for the day and the rewards will follow. Take care, everybody. Really lovely to talk to you.